Let's get some Christmas happening in here. Welcome to the studio, everyone. We're back.
Hello friends, how are you going? It's December and I have made some friends with some amazing art YouTubers this year. I'm very happy to be part of a big group of us who are going to be doing a Secret Santa this year. We've decided to send us all little presents, one to each person, and all the names have been picked at random. And I get to make a little present for Mel of Visual Mind. If anyone doesn't know her channel, she makes amazing content of lots of sketchbook ideas and painting things for beginners, and oh my gosh, the colour combinations, you've got to go have a look. There's some absolutely gorgeous stuff there. She also does courses and lots of other content on her website. So I've had lots and lots of fun watching lots of her videos this year, and now I want to make her a little present. So I thought I'd come down here and have a look through the drawers and see what I can find. Let's go.
Well, it didn't take much looking to quickly find I still have my stash of Dodgy paper. It's the handmade paper by Dodgy Roger here in Melbourne that I've used in my Oiltober painting series in previous Octobers before I had my little bub. These papers are made from all sorts of different sources, things like lolly wrappers, fine art paper cut-offs, all different coloured papers, advertising papers, natural products. This black one has purple glitter in it, the white one has some Sherby's lolly wrappers in it, and then there's some purples and pinks as well. I tried to pick out some colours that I thought Mel would really like and were mentioned in her Secret Santa questionnaire. All of the members of the collab were doing a little questionnaire, just general questions about things we liked and things that we favoured towards, and that just gave me a few little things that I thought she might like, but really it was her amazing sketchbook videos that made me think I want to put together a little book. I'll be honest, I am a complete beginner when it comes to actually making a book, so after I got past the folding stage, I thought, I can just staple it together or glue it together, but that's not going to be as nice, so I really want to do it properly. I gessoed the cover with clear gesso because I knew I wanted to do an oil painting on the cover. Oil painting is my jam after all. But once I'd done that, I knew I would probably need some help to bind this together in a way that would be lasting and robust enough to be used. I found a fantastic tutorial which is linked down below about how to do some simple stitching. I used my stabby compass tool to just create some holes. Because this is handmade paper, it is quite soft and quite flexible, so it wasn't too hard to sew through, and then I just used some DMC cottons to create the sewing. I did decide to sit on the couch with darling husband while I did this sewing, and unfortunately my attempt at a very casual camera angle kind of failed. So if you would like to see how the sewing actually works, I would definitely go down and find the link to the tutorial. But basically you want to sew from the cover into the center of the book and then tie off in knots. So that seemed to make it pretty strong. I think I did end up doing double or triple knots because I was a little worried about it coming apart through use, but either way, it got together in a form where it does seem to open and close not too badly. There you go. Fluff for content. My little dipper's all grown up.
So back at the desk, this is what we've got. This is our little book. It definitely is still a little bit sort of soft. Not the straightest sewing on the back, but you know, I'm a beginner, it's fine. And then over here, nice primed surface ready for an oil painting cover. The question is, what are we going to paint? Let's have a think.
A couple of days later I managed to sit down and do some actual drawing of what I wanted to do. I had a think about a lot of the things from the questionnaire, but then I also just loved the idea of bringing together a little bit of my home Australia and a little bit of Mel's home in Europe, and getting a little collaboration between the really mountainous beautiful landscapes that they have in Europe. Australia, we do have mountains, but it's nothing compared to European mountains. I love the idea of this little layered landscape and then surrounding it with eucalyptus leaves, which are such an Australian beautiful leaf, and I just absolutely love the colours. Those turquoises and purples were really hardcore ones we wanted to head for. When choosing my oil paints, I wanted to have a reasonably limited palette, so I actually got inspired by a couple of the colour cards from the Colour Cubes by Sarah Renee Clark as well, and they helped me try and stay limited and not just want to put absolutely every colour on my palette. The thing I love about this dodgy paper is I can just go straight in with bright colour and it tends to come out nice and opaque over that clear gesso. I tried to really map out my design with a few little marks, but once I got started, I was quite happy to just go for it. I wanted to create a nice wet in wet alla prima painting, so that way when I added lighter colours to the darker colours, they'd mix together and create those little half tones, and that just means all the colours stay really nicely together. They don't sort of look a bit alien next to each other, they all take on a bit of each other's character and mix a bit. I know some people can find that style of painting a bit muddy, but really it's all about pressure for me. I try and make sure I have a nice thin coat of the first base layer that I want to sort of mix into everything, and then I go in with thicker paint when I want it to be more opaque and more robust and not mix as much. So even here with the eucalyptus leaves, I've started with a really mid-tone turquoise, slightly light, and then I can use darker tones and lighter tones to bump it up and bump it down to create that depth and definition through all the different leaves. Once I got to this point, it was basically just having a little fiddle to make sure it all came together. I realised that the circle inside the leaves wasn't quite defined enough, so I did have to bring the landscape out to get to the leaves. I also loved just bumping those highlights and shadows again and again and again. Even here, whether it's all sitting out and nice and even out, I grabbed some purple and I used that to create a bit of a drop shadow to bring the leaves forward and just incorporate the design into the paper a little bit more. In every light, the paper looks different. Here, in bright daylight coming through the window, the paper looks almost light grey. But then at other times, it looks very black with that purple sparkle. This is at dusk when the sun's going down and it just looks completely different again. And then here it is in the next morning. And then here it is at night. We're getting ready to package it up. This one's got a long journey to get from Australia to Europe. And there you go, she's ready. Huzzah! Alright, I think this one's ready to go. You can't tell who I am. I covered up the back so that way it says from your Secret Santa, and all my address details were under a flap of paper. What's that sound?
Hello, and welcome to my dramatic reenactment. Dun 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 dun. Let's go out the door. I'm gonna open the door. Oh, what's this? There's a thing! Oh my gosh! Santa's visited! Wait, what's that? It's...
For Christmas.
I saw Santa! Yay! Seriously though, I'm so excited. Let's see what we got. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, or whatever you celebrate. Copyright free, unwrapping music, copyright free. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Box! Christmas, Christmas. There. Isn't it? Isn't it? I love these boxes. Da-na-na-na. We got this one. And I'm going to read a really cute message which pretty much makes me cry. I'll show you the first bit. The first bit's great. It says, "Ha! This is why I couldn't tell you what I was going to do for my Secret Santa." Thank you, Cat. Love. Cat. Yeah. I'd share the whole message, but then I'd cry. But she said lovely things. Because she's a mum too, as am I, and being a mum and an artist is really, really tricky and hard to do. Ooh, there's pretties in here. There's pretties in here. Certificate of authenticity. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god, this is an original. Cat! Oh my gosh, Cat! That's me and my daughter. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry again. Cat! Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Look, you can tell it's an original because it's beautiful on the back. For everyone who always asks what Kat's beautiful Copic marker artworks look like on the back. Oh my god, Kat! My baby. So I just want to say a amazing huge thank you to Cat Art Illustrations. Girl, you got me good. This artwork is phenomenal and it is something I will treasure forever. Thank you. Thank you so much. Whoa! I don't even know what to say. I want to say thank you to all the other artists participating in our YouTube Creatives Secret Santa. There is a playlist available and I will link it down below in the description where you can see all the different presents everyone's made for each other and just the whole exchange going all the way around the world. This group has just been so encouraging and wonderful, and please even just have a look through and see if there's some channels you haven't watched before, because there's some amazing creatives here on YouTube and everyone's so generous with their time and their advice and their resources and their curiosity, and just I absolutely enjoy so much having this virtual shared studio where we can all see what each other are doing and what we're up to, what makes us happy, what makes us frustrated, what new mediums we're all trying. There's just so much happening, and yeah, Kat for making me this piece about being a mama while being an artist, being a parent while being an artist. It's just, I know you know how hard it is, but also how wonderful it is. And this piece has just got me so good. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Yay. I can't wait to see how my giftie reacts to the little book that we made. So I will also link that in the link down below. And yeah, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. It's all great. I hope everyone has a wonderful end of year, and don't forget to wash your brushes. I'll see you later. Bye.